Howdy everyone, it's me Zombie and welcome back to my happy cosplay channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite cosplay products of summer 2019. But before we get started, I would like to announce the winners of my donation raffle. You guys were so generous over the past couple weeks, and you helped donate to the Riverside Wildlife Center, who is raising money for a new enclosure for some adorable baby bears. We raised almost 150 bucks, which is so cool, and I went ahead and put all the names into a random name picker, and I have picked the 3 winners who will be getting a signed copy of the Cosplay Handbook. And the winners are Alexandra, Anna, and Katie. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna be reaching out to you pretty much right after this video goes up, and we'll coordinate how I can get the books to you. Yay bears. All right, moving on to some of my favorite cosplay products. By the way, everything I talk about today will be listed right down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Pretty much, I'm just picking stuff for this season that I've really liked using so far. The first thing I would like to talk about is something that was just sent to me after I got back from my vacation just a few days ago, and that is this giant tub of foam clay. Are you seeing how big this is? It was so big it scared Nieners. Here, I'll let you out. Here you go. If you guys don't know what foam clay is, it's pretty much like a Play-Doh form of EVA foam, and then it dries over 48 hours. I've been using it quite a bit for my Samus build. I have a little dry finished part right here. This is kind of the texture that it kind of looks like after it is all dry. It really does feel just exactly like EVA foam, only you can mold it into any shape. It's really cool, and now it comes in these giant tubs. Good job, Skylar. I really like your products. And this is super cool. So if you're working on a big build and need a whole heck of a lot, this is actually much cheaper than getting all the little individual tubs on their own. I'll show you what a normal tub of this stuff looks like. This is what a normal tub looks like, and this is the giant tub. This is only the price of 2 of these, but you get 3 times as much foam clay, so I would say that's a pretty good deal. Skylar, the cosplay apprentice, also sent me these neat knife, and it's called It's a Dope Knife, and it's marketed as a cosplay knife, which I thought was so cool, and it comes in this neat black and red design, and it has like knurling on it, so it's like nice grip, and of course, I mean, it's just an X-Acto blade, but it looks really freaking cool, and I just like the design of it. It's neat. And it also comes with an extra little pack of knives, which is always good, because us cosplayers, we always need more knives. We can never have too many. The next product I want to talk about is this big pack of variety of sandpaper. So you can tell that I have been using this particular pack, and there's a lot less of it than there used to be, but Amazon has this like value pack of sandpaper, and they come in all different kinds of roughness, grains, I think grains is the right word, but pretty much like any kind of sandpaper you could possibly want for a project. The sandpaper comes in like a discounted container, and I have had this for 3 years, and I don't even think this is the entire pack. There's more of it in my wardrobe, but it's lasted for so long. The sandpaper is super good, and it's especially great for like hand sanding. You can also curl this around a sanding brick and use it. And I haven't run out of any of the grains yet, so highly suggest this if you like to sand things, you like your things to be smooth, whatever else you use sandpaper for. This is a great option for you. And of course, I lost the original packing, so I just keep it in a Ziploc bag, and that's probably why they're scattered all over the place. This next product has been life-changing for me, and that is this Silicone Pad from Surebonder. They sent me this really cool, fancy hot glue care package. It was so nice of them. They have been so generous and have supported the channel so much, and I am obsessed with their products, especially this silicone pad. So you would lay this down on your table where you're working and you would kind of set your hot glue on top of it. And you know, when you're like working and bringing your hot glue back and forth, sometimes there's glue that kind of gets stringy or everywhere, or sometimes it drips. These actually don't drip that often, but if I'm working really fast, sometimes just glue gets places. But it will drip onto the silicone pad, and then all you have to do is peel the glue off super easily. It has been life-changing because I used to get it all over my craft table, and I would pretty much just leave it there until I had to change the paper on it. And I got this, but SureBonder also sent me this big silicone pad. This is so amazing too, especially if you're gluing a lot of stuff at the same time. This has alleviated so much cleanup time. It is so great. And I've also used this for like wig styling and stuff. As far as just like, you know, keeping the mess in one place, and then I can just kind of like rinse everything off at once and I don't have to change the paper on my table all the time. It's so good. If you don't have one of these, just get one, and you can click the link down below. Next up is another SureBonder product, and that is pretty much, I'm just gonna say, all of their glue guns are heckin' amazing. I've been using this full-sized one. It's a dual temp, and I really like their glue sticks as well. You guys, I was kind of opposed to like nicer glue guns for a long time because I'm like, hey, my cheaper one, it works fine. What I wasn't keeping track of is that the cheaper ones, they were like $20 or so, and they would burn out pretty much every year. So every year I was spending $20 to get a new crappy hot glue gun, when really I could have just invested in a super nice glue gun and it probably would have lasted way longer, and it's way more consistent and it heats up in like 30 seconds, and it's been life-changing. If you've been waiting to get a nice glue gun, I really do suggest these. They make really good products and I am a fan. I've been using this a lot, pretty much every single day when I'm crafting, I'm using one of these. And additionally, I brought the mini version of this to RTX, and I was running like a cosplay repair booth with my merch booth, and I was using that constantly to help cosplayers. I only brought that SureBonder glue gun and a needle and thread, and it worked for every single problem that cosplayers had that weekend, and it held up great. Like, after I was fixing stuff, people were not coming back because the glue held, the glue gun worked great. Can't suggest their products enough. So I do hope you will check them out if you are in the market for a new glue gun. Next up is an airbrush product, and that is the Vallejo Airbrush Thinner. This stuff is so good. You know, I used to be on the struggle bus when it came to airbrushes. They're kind of high maintenance, you have to clean them a lot. And I have to say, since I've been using this thinner with my acrylic paints, maintenance has been so much easier, and I don't get any clogs, and it just works amazingly. So if you are kind of where I was and like really struggling and trying to figure out, you know, like the right formula to mix with your paints and airbrushes, definitely suggest this one. It's so good. It is the Vallejo Airbrush Thinner. Love it. Life-changing. Next, I'm gonna show you an oldie but a goodie. And that is my Wagner Heat Gun. I have definitely talked about this before, but I feel like I just have to emphasize how good this brand of heat gun is. I have had this since I started making armor about 10 years ago, and it has been amazing. It's been consistent. This is the same one that went with me to Cosplay Melee. I just had to peel off the tape because they put tape over the logo, so I did that right before the video. I mean, this has just been everywhere with me. I have taken it to conventions in case of an emergency. I've used it on every single product. It is so good. It is such a good investment, and I don't see any problems with this in the future. If it randomly breaks, I will probably get the exact same one because this is so good. So if you don't have one, highly suggest it. so worth it. And it's not really that expensive in the first place, so yeah, I love it. This last one is kind of random, but I've been loving this so much. And it is these little makeup sponges. Now, I got these originally for like cosplay makeup, and also I've been getting into like nail care recently, so I've been using these for that kind of stuff. But as I was working on a project the other day, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to use some gradients with these. And if you're not going for like that super airbrush look and you're going for more of like a random like splattered look, I have been using these for weathering, for doing different paint gradients, and you can use them in a big chunk like this, or if you're working on smaller details, you can tear them off, and they tear off into these little triangles. They're good for getting into those hard to reach places, and they don't disintegrate, which is awesome. I am a big fan of these. It's random, I wasn't even supposed to use these for cosplay, but somehow it just happens like that. I'm sure you guys can relate. And that is everything for today. I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what your favorite product was down below, and tell me about your favorite cosplay products as well. Before we get into the makers of the week, I would like to give a big, huge thank you to my patrons over on patreon.com/zombiesworkshop. You guys are amazing. Without you, videos like this probably wouldn't be possible, so thank you so much. When you join me over on Patreon, you get access to my videos early, behind the scenes pics, you get to see what I'm working on before everyone else, so thank you so much in advance, and I do hope to see you over there. This week's makers of the week include Lunar Fox Studios Cosplay, who is working on these boot covers. These look so good, you did such a good job on them. I love how the armor looks on that. It looks so badass. I can't wait to see the rest of the cosplay too. Next up, we have Jake Graham Co., who made this really cool set of Gears of War armor. Gears of War armor looks so cool, and I love this set that you made. You look really cool. Lastly, we have Cyborg Kangaroo, who made this really awesome Goblin Slayer armor set. Gosh, you look so cool, and these photos turned out amazing. You should be so proud! Thank you all so much for showing me your hard work. I love seeing what you guys create. So if you're working on something, whether it's cosplay or otherwise, I would absolutely love to see it. You can show me on Twitter or Instagram. My name on there is the same. It's Zombies Workshop. So I hope to see y'all over there, and thank you in advance for showing me your cool stuff. And if you did like the video, I do hope you will press the subscribe button, because I would love to see you back. Until next time, y'all. Bye, everyone.